Hello, hello. Hello.
Hi,
How are you doing?
good and you?
How's it good? Can't believe it's Thursday.
Yeah, another week gone.
It's flying by. Flying. I mean, mid-February already. I mean, what?
Yeah, should
How is
still
this
be halfway
happening?
through 2025.
I know, right? Don't. It's crazy. Oh, wow. Exciting morning. Busy morning
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
So, where do you want to start?
There's lots of places we can start, but hmm, I don't know. Okay.
Morning,
Uh,
Natasha. See, Natasha's
yeah,
joined.
great.
So, well, let's start off with the local book hive competition. I think
Yes,
that's a good one to start with, especially as I'm
yeah.
speaking to said author of competition.
Oh, yeah, it's my books on there.
It is your book, is.
Yeah, yeah. So it's
So
quite
tell
exciting, and
us.
it's a very cool. So let me tell you a little bit about the book in the first place, because maybe people see the cover and they don't really know what it's about. But I'm a
Yeah.
fantasy author, right? And this is a epic fantasy with a romance plot as well. And we follow our main character is Celia, and she is so there's elemental magic in the world. I always find this so difficult. Odin, hi. I always find it so difficult to tell people about my story. You spend so much time doing it, and then if you have to summarize it, it's like, what do you even say?
That's so true. You
But
go blank.
yeah, yeah. So the world's got elemental magic, and they've just sort of come out of a major war between the five major houses, and each house is ruled by one of the elements of magic. And our main character actually comes from one of the houses that lost the war, and she is a princess of the kingdom. She's not the heir to the throne, but she's the second born, and she was actually raised to be an assassin and a spy. And she's very good at what she does. She wields air and shadow magic. And her father, the king, instructs her to, I mean, he doesn't implicitly say kill him, but yes,
He definitely suggests it very strongly.
yes, to kill a mage from the kingdom of Kynath, who is responsible for putting a damper on their magic and for them losing the war at the end of the day. Um, but then she manages to get close to him, and he actually saves her life at one point. And yeah, come to realize that there's a hell of a lot more going on than just the fact that they lost the war. The magic is losing its balance because two of their elements have been subdued, and now something needs to be done about this. So
I mean, what I love about her character is that she's not your normal princess. Do you know what I mean? She's not
yeah,
like, well, I'm a princess. She's like far from a princess that you would ever come by. Do you know what I mean? But
yeah,
her character, her personality is she just draws you in. You know, you want her to win, even though she's an assassin. You want this girl to like really go for it, because I think she represents quite a lot of people in a lot of ways, especially with maybe father and daughter relationships as well.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it's such a great plot twist, and it really drew me in. And I'm so excited that you decided to offer this as a competition. I mean, a
Yeah.
very lucky person who wins it.
Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope they've deemed themselves lucky. But I
Oh,
had a
they
lot of
are.
fun writing her because her her internal struggles with what she's been forced into being this person. This
Yeah.
cat is just like booping the phone the whole time. So she's been drawn into being an assassin and like being sort of the knife for the kingdom, but it's not who she really is. She's actually quite a compassionate and um,
Yeah.
deep feeling person, and she's had to push that aside to sort of win her father's approval, as it were, and she deeply craves that during her life, and but she comes to find freedom from that as the story also goes on, which I felt was fairly powerful, that you can rise above your raising type of idea. So yeah, I really enjoyed the story. I still have one more installment to go. I'm releasing a novella that's specifically about Celia and her upbringing at the end of this month, which I'm quite excited about. And then I need to finish off the trilogy, and I'm busy plotting and planning that at the moment um,
Oh,
for the
exciting.
grand finale. Yeah. So
Oh, I can't wait.
yeah, yeah. Look, after writing a novella, I'm sort of thinking, yo, now I have to write a full-length novel again, and it's a bit intimidating.
Isn't it
But I know I
crazy?
just need to get started.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah,
mean, the three books are really great. They are so good. And I think your next book is most probably going to outshine the three that you've already written, to be fair. Because I think it'll be a whole full, like, I just can't wait. It's so exciting
yeah.
to hear that you're doing another one.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to writing it, just because I'm also so much more comfortable in how I write now. Like I've got my
Yeah.
systems are really be getting well oiled, and um yeah, so I feel like I know what I'm doing a bit better now. I've obviously still got a lot to learn. I haven't written that many books, but it's just
Definitely.
I'm excited from that point of view because I think I can deliver a better product at the end of the day as
And
well.
plus, you know the characters in the world so much more.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
makes a huge difference because when you're first starting out, you're playing with ideas and you're playing with imagination and you're thinking, which way should I go? And but when you go books in,
Yeah.
then it's a natural progression. You know, you're not like
Yeah.
fighting to get the words out. It just naturally comes.
But you know what was quite interesting about this story actually is because that would be something to look forward to as an author. Like you don't have to think so hard about it. But then I went and broke everything in book two, right? Or at the end of book one. So I'm actually still figuring out how the hell this is all, the magic system in the world and everything is still working. But at least I know my characters now, so that will definitely make it
Yeah,
easier.
they're great characters. They're very, even though it's magical, they're very relatable with dynamics within people, and
Yeah.
I think that is a really great thing that actually draws people into the character, even though they're magic based. I think it's really awesome. So I'm
Yeah. I'm
excited to
glad.
see who wins.
Yeah. Maybe I should do a plot twist on that end as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, do a plot twist. I think that'd be amazing. Plot twists
Yeah.
are always fun. It throws
Yeah.
everybody off from the expected outcome.
Yeah, and you know what I find so fun about writing book two is because book one and two was very much about Celia and Thalian. So we got to know them really well. But in book two, I started bringing in quite a few side characters that got a bit more limelight. And that was so much fun, like exploring all these different kinds of people and how they interact with each other and with the world. And I've got two characters in particular that I think will surprise everyone that I chose these two characters. Who suggested I do this actually? It was either my eldest son or my husband suggested
Okay.
that these two needed to like get close to each other. And I'm not going to tell you in what way or,
Ooh.
what their relationship is going to be or who they are. But I'm very excited about that particular relationship dynamic because they're from like opposing kingdoms. They're not anywhere near each other actually. But both of them have a very deep need that I think they can fulfill for one another. So I'm quite
Ooh.
excited about that.
That sounds
Um,
exciting.
yeah, yeah. But
That
anyway,
sounds
unfortunately, that's not part of the competition prize. You only get up to book
no,
two.
but it's a great teaser for people like me who've
Yes,
already read.
yes. Yeah, so
So when do you
no, it's
think, have
exciting.
you started working on that, or is that due for 2027?
No, I'm hoping to still release it this year. I write fairly quickly, at least.
Okay.
Um, I have started plotting it, but I'm also busy working. I finished Boyborn. I wanted to finish that first, and that actually came about because I had a reader come to me and they're like, "Oh, Shadows on Earth was so good, but Celia's not killing anybody, and she's an assassin." So I had to write Voidborn to fix that,
Yeah.
and also maybe explain why it is that she's not just going around killing everybody.
I think it
Um,
is a great addition because it does bring it all full circle and
yeah,
makes you really root for her even more, to be fair. Once
mm,
you've had that taste of the novella that you're about to publish, it's like, okay, now, yes, okay.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
and I
that.
and I hope I my hope for the novella is also, and it's difficult. It was difficult for me to do this because obviously I know the world so well, but for it to also be like, it doesn't really matter where in the story you read the novella. So you
Yeah,
could actually read it first before the two full-length books without being confused about anything,
yes,
and
very true.
simultaneously also read it without it having any spoilers for what happens in any of the other books. So I hope it works out that way. I'd love to get somebody who's never read any of the other books read that one first and tell me what they think. But
That should be a
unfortunately,
great idea, actually, because, I mean, for me, it didn't give any spoilers at all,
yeah,
which was nice, because sometimes in like a sequel or prequel, you get a few spoilers in there. So
yeah,
the fact that there wasn't, but it was just this knowledge around her life and how she
yeah,
gets to be who she is exactly what was needed.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna hop off for a minute. The courier guy.
Okay. So yes, Michelle is going to be putting this up for a competition, and it's happening this week. So that's exciting for us all.
Yes, yeah. So the competition is running from the local book Hive's page, and you get a really cool bookend with it as well. Which, let
I
me go
love
get it
those
without
things.
showing you how messy my room is because my house is in chaos. Okay, I've got a smaller version of it. It's bigger than this. It's actually
That's
this
so cool.
size.
That's so
This
cool.
size, yeah. Ah, you put stuff down. Here we go. Okay, it's the size of this one. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah,
That's in this color.
nice.
So
Very nice. What a
that's
great
actually,
prize.
yeah. So you actually get something physical as well, which is quite exciting. And yeah, the entering it's so easy. We're just really encouraging the word to spread around the South African Indie Authors Association and the local book hive. And that's really what it's all about, is for us to get some extra feet through the door, as it were, so that we can support our
Exactly.
local authors.
Yeah, because the more people we have talking about this and joining it and spreading the word, the changes can happen. And
Yes.
the more we can make a better, healthier ecosystem for indie authors in South Africa. Because, I mean, even look at the last couple of days that we've had people reaching out that have written a book, but they have no idea what way to go next.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't realize that you need beta readers and you need to do all these things before you even think of publishing, whether
Yeah.
that's traditionally or indie publishing.
Yeah.
And it's quite frightening because it's those are the people that are going to get sucked in by an industry that is just after the money. They're not after your care, your health, what you're doing, putting money on your in your home. So the more
Yeah.
we can get this out there between SAIAA and the local book hive, the more impact and a good way, in
Yeah.
a way that is positive, instead of bashing each other down or being scammed and not telling someone
Yeah.
you've been scammed because you feel the shame of being scammed.
Yeah. And I think that another aspect of it is as well is to help these authors put their best possible products forward. Because like
Yeah,
you say, they're not aware of, like, we put an article on our website about the difference between alpha, beta, and ARC readers and the value that they add to your book and all of those things, especially as an independent author. It's something so simple, but people don't know like how valuable that one step can be in making sure that the book that you actually put forward at the end of the day is its best possible self. And yeah, I think for us to be able to reach out to those new authors who don't know, or need help with formatting the book or being connected with a good editor or whatever the case may be, it's such important work. And at the end of the day, if we can help to increase the quality of the books that are being put out by South African authors, it's only going to help us in the long run.
Yeah.
And, like I said, when we were talking to Siobhan, at the end of the day, our authors, the stories that are coming out are so good. They deserve to be on an international platform. Thank you.
Yeah.
Just put it
100%.
down. I'm on a live. Sorry.
No worries.
Look,
A
I got
hundred.
more book mail.
Oh, nice. 100%.
That's,
And that's the thing. It's about raising the awareness and putting out a better quality product for the hours you've put into this book. You know.
exactly. It deserves
Um,
to be polished.
I also had a question from somebody asking, how many would you have as a beta reader? And I'm like,
Mm.
okay, that's a really good question because you don't want tons of them because then that's just way
No.
too much information and too many conflicting personalities. And, for myself, I have between 3 and 5.
Yeah.
And they are people that I've
Same.
been working with for amounts of time. So I
Yeah.
know they like the genre. I know that they're honest and reliable. Um, so I don't like to go above 3 and 5, and it also depends on what I'm writing. So,
Yeah.
for instance, what's coming out now, Held, the sequel, it's such an emotional book that I need people that have first read 50 Years of Brave, and
Mm.
then to also be grounded enough in themselves that they can understand
Mm.
the emotional stress it can cause. Not in a
Yeah.
horrible way, but in
No, no.
an emotional way.
Yeah, no, because you feel the emotions of every character in the story. So if you're not emotionally well yourself, it can be a very stressful read.
Yeah.
So that's true. And the thing with beta readers as well is when I beta read for Wayne Rue last year for his book In the Shadow of Shadows, which was an incredible book. It really is. But he took on 10 beta readers. I thought to myself at the time, I'm like, yes, this guy's
Wow.
brave.
Yeah.
But in hindsight, look, he was very lucky because it was the first time he used beta readers,
Okay.
and he had sort of just launched on TikTok as well at that point. So he didn't really know us all that well.
Mm-hmm.
And the risk with that is that you get people who sign up as a beta reader, but they never actually deliver the comments
Yeah.
that you are asking for. So in hindsight, I can understand, okay, he's doing it because he's half expecting only half the people
Yeah.
to actually read the book and give him feedback on it. So that's also something that you should keep in mind when
Definitely.
you're asking for beta readers. And I mean, in terms of alpha readers, I wouldn't do more than one or two of those.
Yeah. No, 100%. And also make sure you have an NDA.
Yes.
NDAs are so
Yeah.
important within this industry because there's so much pirating going on.
Yeah. Especially if you don't have a very close relationship with the people that are beta reading for you.
Yeah, definitely. And this is why in SAIAA we are creating these platforms within that have beta readers with the genres they like, with their information, and who have been reviewed by people like ourselves, who have
Yeah.
worked with them and who support them and thank them for what they do. Because without them, our books couldn't be what they are.
Yeah. No, absolutely. So yeah, that's actually very exciting that we're putting that together. And
Yeah.
um, I'm I'm actually thinking of pulling in, because I have beta readers that are like you, for instance, you beta read Voidborn for me. which I'm very appreciative for. And I had two or three other people that gave me good feedback on it.
Yeah.
But and I stepped in this trap myself because I asked people to beta read the other two books as well, and they read it. But the feedback that I got, I send a questionnaire
Yeah.
usually.
Same as. Yeah.
That's because I actually picked that up from Wayne, which was absolutely, it was what he actually did. So this is what I'll be doing next time. Voidborn was too short for this, but this is a very great tip. He actually broke his book into 5 different sections.
Okay.
So you got a PDF, and then at the end of each section, there would be a link to a new questionnaire so that you would give feedback
That's
on that
very
specific section. So and what I found so helpful about that was the sections were almost short enough for me to sit and do in one sitting. So
okay.
what I had read was very fresh in my mind, and I could really give good and decent feedback on
Yeah, that's a great
what I had
idea.
just read. Yeah, so that was very clever and something that I'll definitely do with my longer titles. Voidborn was like 30,000 words, so
I should
it
have
was
done
there was no
that
point
with
in really do that.
I should have done that with my dark fantasies because
Yeah,
they
yeah,
are
it was
big
130 words.
beasts. I know.
Yeah,
They're
so
big
when I
beasts.
write book 3 of the Vespera Chronicles, I'll definitely do that. And even the second series that I'm busy working on, which is called The Moonlight Market, I'll do that as well. Although my aim for those, because it's cozy fantasy, is not going to be, it'll be longer than a novella, but it's not going to be quite as long as what
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Vespera books are.
And that's the thing, isn't it? It's adjusting to make it easier for you to read the feedback and also easier for the beta readers to come back with their information that is fresh.
Yeah,
Because,
exactly.
like myself, if I'm reading a book, I like to do it in sections, just like how Wayne has in
Yeah, yeah.
with his coming back. So that would work perfectly for me because of
Mm,
my brain fog and because of my conditions. It's
yeah,
like I will read a whole book and then I'll be like, it's like the middle part onwards that I kind of remember if it's a long book.
yeah,
So for me to be able to break it down in sections is much better
yeah,
because of all of my conditions. So um,
yeah,
that is really helpful. And that would be
yeah.
really helpful for people with chronic conditions. And,
Yes.
so that's definitely something we need to create
Communicate.
and
Yeah, and I think
communicate. Definitely.
even for me, because as a reader, I tend to read multiple books at the same time in different formats. So I'll always have an audiobook that I'm busy listening to, maybe one or two, because I'm a mood reader. I read based on my
Yeah.
mood. And then I try to, if I'm reading on my Kindle or my a physical book, that I only have one book that I'm physically reading, especially because I've been doing more beta reads now. But because I'm a reader, sometimes I'll pick up something else. So for
I'm the
me to have
same.
that broken down into sections, and I can read one section at a time, and I can write down my thoughts on the section, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll do something similar to one of your other books that I was busy, that I need to pick up again. Is to just
Yeah.
make notes
Maybe
after
we
each
need to do
chapter.
that for that one. Maybe we need to do that for that one. Break it down into
Yeah,
sections because
yeah.
it is a long book, but then it's high epic dark fantasy. So
Yes, it has to
kind
be
of
longer.
is has to be long.
Yeah.
Um, but and these are all the things that I'm a very slow reader as well,
Yeah.
and that's not because I choose to be. It's just because of what I've got going on with everything,
Yeah.
and but that doesn't you know, take me away from reading other people's books. It just takes me a
Mm.
bit longer. So if I decide I'm going to beta read for somebody, I might do one a month, depending on the length of their book. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'd rather do that one a month, and that's my reading for the month because I can't
Mm.
do much more because I'm also reading my other stuff and writing my other stuff
Yeah.
at the same time. And plus, we've got Siren, a local book hive, so it's finding that sweet spot so that you're
Yeah.
not being sucked dry of anything.
Yeah.
And I'm a mood reader as well. So, I mean, I've got a book here that I started. It's a very old book, and I mean, it's like this thick. It's
Yeah.
like old school, and it's got really small writing, really, really thick, thick, thick. And I think it was printed in the 80s, so that tells you how old it
Okay.
is. And it's high, high fantasy, like world building, different language, you name it, it's there. It's taken me a year and I still haven't finished it
Yeah.
because it is so intense and so
Yeah.
small and it just so consuming that I can only
Yeah.
do it in certain batches. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, no,
Yeah. I mean,
not
I've
today.
been the same. I've been reading Brandon Sanderson's Stormlight Archive series for over a year now.
It's
Okay, but
crazy,
given
right?
there's 5 books in the series
Hmm.
and 2 or 3 novellas, and his books are well, the Stormlight Archive anyway. They, as a standard, they're over 1,000 pages a piece.
Yeah, that
They're
sounds like
enormous
fun.
books. But so what I've started doing is I'm actually listening to it on audiobook. We bought the audiobooks because both my sons also love Brandon Sanderson's work, so they are also listening to it. But like his action scenes like really pack the action, so I can't always listen to it because it gets stressful.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? And I think and this is what people don't talk about, is that I've been reading a book for a year, you know, and
Yeah,
it is because there's so much with it. It's not just
yeah,
the story, it's like the emotions that it brings out and everything. And you're like, okay, I just need to take a breather because it's a bit
yeah,
much. I need to walk
exactly.
away. And when I'm in the mood again, I come back to it. And that's
Yeah,
okay. People need to realize that is okay.
yeah.
You know, give yourself a break.
Yeah, there
Some
will be other
books
books where you
need
devour the whole book.
to take time. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
And you know what? I think
So,
if you actually take the time for it, you'll end up appreciating the work more at the end of the day as well.
definitely. And because some of this work that I'm reading, it's like written in very old style language and
Yeah,
also with like Gaelic parts to it. And so
sure.
you're like flicking to the front and then flicking to the back to find out the terminology and
To the
what the words mean.
dictionary.
Basically. And so
Yeah.
it does take a moment or two, and that's okay. Um, at least I'm reading it. And I'm
Yes.
learning a lot from it because it's an old style type writing. And I think that's
Yeah.
why maybe I'm so descriptive with my stuff because a lot of the things I've read have been
Yeah.
old world fantasy. And that's why I get
It's
really
yeah.
descriptive with my work.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of the older fantasy books. I mean, if you look at J.R. Tolkien's books,
Mm.
if you try to read like some of these books, if you read like the Silmarillion, oh,
Yeah.
like you
Yes,
have
I've
to
got a
really
lot
keep
of
track of
the,
where you are because it's very descriptive. And that was the way
yeah.
that they wrote back then. And nowadays people don't have the patience for that. Just like
And
tell
that's
me
the
the color
thing.
the room is and where the door is, and then I'm happy with the scene.
Yeah. See, what I like to read, once I start writing, I get so descriptive now that it's, and some people find it too much. And it's trying to find that sweet spot in between because it is high fantasy and world building. So you need to have that style with it.
Yeah,
And it's finding that little bit of, okay,
balance.
not too much, not too little. So, yes, fun times ahead for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
So
It's
we're
great
looking for
though.
a unicorn, aren't we? We're looking for
Yes.
some unicorns.
Yeah. Yeah. We want some people who want to help us
Yes,
change the world, essentially.
100%. Yes. I mean, it's about spreading positivity within South African book community because it's definitely needed. It's raising
Hmm.
awareness about SAIAA and the local book hive because we support South African indie authors and we are trying to make a better space for them and readers um, because they deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, so I don't know. It's we're looking for ambassadors, basically.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Someone
We're
who's
looking
happy
for
to like blow the
ambassadors.
trumpet and say this is
Yeah,
happening right now.
yeah. So if you like the sound of Sai and the local book hive, and you have a good amount of followers because unfortunately it's the nature of the beast, isn't it, in social media. But we would love to talk to you because we are looking for our unicorns. We're looking for people that are on board with what we're trying to change, are on board with wanting to make a change, and shout and scream and share our lives and talk about SAIAA in the local book hive because our readers and our authors and the South African community deserve to have a better system in place. They
Yeah.
deserve to be not just spoken about their works and their books, but they deserve to be nurtured, looked after, given a space to be heard and
Yeah.
not a number. So we are looking for our unicorns who will be beautiful ambassadors for SAIAA and the local book hive. And obviously,
Yeah.
you will get some little treats from us in the process for doing this for us. Um, so if that is you, or if you know somebody you think would be great at spreading the word about us on social media, send them our way.
Please. Please.
Yeah, we need to get out there. We need to be ruffling some feathers within this community in a good way.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I think we wanna spread the positivity and just share the information, the educational part of being an author, and we want to be able to emotionally support people through the
Yeah,
journey. We want to be able to connect readers with our local authors because in our experience, there are a lot of South African author readers who don't even know what a treasure we've got here.
I
And they're
know.
so
It's crazy,
keen.
right?
Yeah, and they're so keen to support our local authors, but they don't know how to find them. So this is where we want to be the link in between to just,
Yeah,
you know, close the circle between the readers and the authors. And we need people to see what we're doing. So yeah, get in
yeah,
contact with us. Let's have a chat about it. And if you are already one of the people that like to share our stuff, like I see Tarina's on here, she's one of our founding members.
yes,
And she's been shouting from the rooftop about SAIAA and the local book club. Thank you. Thank you for everything
she
that you've done for
is.
us. We've
Yeah,
managed to
I
do
mean,
so much in such a small amount of time because of the people that have raised their hands and stepped up to the plate and have
yeah.
helped. Yeah.
And if we want to keep on making change, we have to keep on shouting the loudest.
Yes.
Always shouting. Yes, you are, my dear. Always. Um, because we have to, you know, if we need to make change and we want to make change, we need to band together. We need to be
Mm.
saying, we matter. Readers deserve to read our books. And we
Yes.
deserve to be treated with respect, kindness, and to be looked after like human beings and not a profit margin.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think people also need to realize, you and I, we've sort of picked up the torch and said, okay, let's start this.
Yeah,
But we can't do this by ourselves. This really has to be a
definitely
community
not.
effort. Everybody that's a part of it that wants to see that change coming, everybody needs to do their little part in doing it.
Yeah,
We're sort of the coordinators, like just pointing the people
yeah.
in the right
We're the
direction.
ones who
So
shouted the loudest first to get out there.
yes, that's
You
our
know, and
qualification right there. We shout the loudest.
exactly, and I'm all about injustice. I'm about do not mess with people and their livelihoods and their
Yeah.
mental health. It
Yes. Absolutely.
needs to stop because
Yes.
as this world is progressing, there's more negative, there's more scamming, there's more
Yeah.
taking advantage. It needs to stop. And if we can
Yeah.
make that change for South African book readers, authors, let's do it. But we have
Yeah.
to band together.
And we can. I think people need to realize just how possible this is. It's not. it's possible. You know,
Yeah,
we can do it. So don't just
yeah. I
accept
mean,
things the way
it's
they are. We want to make
just
change
sharing.
happen, we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, just sharing a post, liking a post,
Yeah.
talking about it, raising awareness, commenting. All of these
Mm.
things help the reach and help us make a difference.
Yeah.
Because even in the short time we've been opened, how many things have come up so far? It's a bit
Yeah.
crazy and a bit worrying that so little knowledge is still out there,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
it doesn't need to be like that. And that's what we're trying to
Absolutely.
change.
Yeah. Yeah, this vibe high says, yeah, it's not impossible. We are the manifestors, and that's absolutely it. We are
100%.
gonna
I'm
see
heavy
change come
into
one
my
way or another.
I'm heavy into my manifestation, that's for sure. I believe
Yeah.
the more we talk about it, the more we put out positivity and we raise awareness, it'll come back tenfold. And
Yes.
just giving people information can change the course of their journey.
Yeah.
And that is a beautiful thing
Yeah.
because, you know, life doesn't have to be a thing of, well, I'm not going to share you because it's similar to me. No,
No.
come on, we're so different, all of us, with our different. We might have a same prompt, we all have the different story.
Yes. And the different writing style, and yeah, no. Like the slogan says, together we rise. We help one person up,
Yeah,
it'll only help everybody.
definitely, definitely. But
Yeah.
it takes an army.
Mm. Yeah, so join our
So
army, guys.
we're calling on our army to come and band together and spread positive vibes and knowledge and
Yes.
information.
Yes.
It's not just about myself and Michelle or Tareen or Charisse or Siobhan or anyone else. It is
Yeah.
about everybody
Yes.
coming together.
Absolutely.
So if you want to know more, if you want to be part of it, reach out to us
Yeah. You can
because the
DM
more
either
the
of these
merrier.
accounts. Yeah.
The more
Yeah.
the merrier helps us be better.
Yeah. All right.
That
I
was a
think
lovely
that's it. We hope
sermon.
to hear from all of you.
Thank you so much, guys. Now remember to enter the competition on the local book hive because let me tell you, you want to read these books. Honestly, they are amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed them and I can't wait for the next one.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So yes, join it. You can win two ebooks of Starlight in Time and of Shadows and Earth and a really cool dragon book end to put on your bookshelf as well. And the
It's
competition
amazing.
actually closes on Saturday at 12
Yeah.
midnight. We are picking the
So get
winner
in
on
there.
Sunday. So we still have a little
So
bit of
get
time.
in there, share it out, comment, share it with your friends. You never know, you could win it.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. Thank you so much.
All
Have a
right.
great
Have a good day.
afternoon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.